Chosen one, this is about your bills. God is fixing your problems. There comes a time when the weight of daily life starts to press down harder than ever, when every number, every deadline, every responsibility feels like it's closing in. You look at your bills, your commitments, and the noise of the world whispers one thing: not enough. But what you're feeling right now is not failure. It's the moment right before divine correction. It's the vibration that comes just before breakthrough. You are not being buried. You are being positioned. Every moment of pressure has purpose, and that purpose is to reveal a new dimension of divine provision. Before we go further, take a deep breath and stay with me until the end of this message. There's energy in these words that you need to feel, not just hear. This isn't just a video, it's a transmission. As you listen, let the energy around you settle into peace. And when you finish, write your warmest wishes and 144 in the comments below. 144 carries the vibration of divine alignment. It activates the universal current that brings your wishes into form. When we write it together, we aren't just typing numbers. We're sending a frequency of unity and manifestation into the universe. Chosen one, show your light by liking this video and subscribe to the channel. And let's step into this together. Now, listen closely. This message is not about debt. It's about destiny. It's not about bills. It's about belief. What you call lack, the divine calls lesson. Every delay you've faced has not been to punish you, but to teach you how to expand your faith beyond what's visible. The divine never withholds to harm you. It holds back to prepare you. Because the kind of abundance you're being aligned with now isn't just about paying off what's due, it's about rising above the systems that once controlled you. You are being guided through a process of detachment from fear, from panic, from the illusion that your peace depends on external balance sheets. God is fixing your problems not by giving you quick relief, but by restructuring your energy so that lack can never touch you again. This is deeper than financial relief. It's financial redesign. You are being rewired to hold abundance differently, calmly, confidently, divinely. For too long, you've tied your worth to what you owe. You've mistaken waiting for weakness, and you've confused divine timing with divine silence. But here's the truth. The silence wasn't absence. It was alignment. Every unanswered question, every delayed blessing, every closed door, it was orchestration. You were being shifted from dependency on what's seen to trust in what's unseen. And now, that alignment is maturing into manifestation. The divine is not just paying your bills, it's changing the frequency through which you attract provision. Your financial situation is being recalibrated at an energetic level. Where there was once chaos, clarity will begin to flow. Where there was stress, peace will enter like a quiet dawn. You'll notice subtle signs, unexpected credits, surprise refunds, new streams of income, opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. Don't call them coincidences, call them confirmations. This is what happens when divine energy enters the practical. It doesn't just solve problems, it shifts patterns. The divine knows exactly what needs to change in your vibration so that you never repeat this cycle again. Every lesson that felt painful was actually preparing you for permanent stability. You're moving from survival consciousness into sovereign consciousness, from "how will I make it" to "I am provided for always." But this transformation requires a shift in how you speak. Every time you say, "I can't afford that," you reinforce lack. Every time you say, "I'm worried about how it'll happen," you block flow. Yet every time you say, "It's already aligning," you invite miracles to take shape. The universe responds to your declarations, not your doubts. So speak abundance even when you can't see it. Speak peace even when pressure rises, because energy listens before evidence arrives. The divine is now fixing what stress has broken, not just in your finances, but in your faith. You've been stretched thin, trying to manage it all alone. But chosen one, you were never meant to carry this weight by yourself. Every number on that bill, every payment waiting for completion, every overdue notice, it's not mocking you. It's testing your trust. Because where there seems to be insufficiency, God is about to display sufficiency beyond logic. There's a reason you've been chosen for this experience. It's not punishment, it's preparation. You're being equipped to teach others what divine provision feels like, not just what it looks like. Soon, your testimony will become someone else's blueprint for faith. Because what's being corrected in your life right now is not random. It's generational. Cycles of struggle are being rewritten through you. Where others settled, you're rising. Where others gave up, you're standing firm. This is why the process feels spiritual even though it seems financial. Because it is. Money is energy, a reflection of flow. When you were blocked emotionally, your finances mirrored that blockage. But now, as you heal internally, the external begins to shift naturally. You'll start noticing your energy attract new forms of provision. You'll feel peace in places that used to cause anxiety. You'll begin to trust that every bill is just a placeholder, a temporary mark waiting to be cleared by divine hands. The miracle isn't that your bills will be paid. The miracle is that you'll realize you were never truly lacking. You were just looking through a limited lens. The divine isn't fixing your problems because you're broken. It's doing so because you've proven faithful. You've held faith through drought, through delay, through disappointment. And now, your harvest season is not just approaching. It's here. But before the outward abundance arrives, the inward shift must complete. That's what's happening now. The anxiety that rises when you think of responsibility, it's leaving your system. The fear of not having enough, it's dissolving. The habit of overthinking outcomes, it's being replaced with trust. The more you lean into faith, the faster the divine can flow. Because God doesn't move through worry. God moves through willingness. You're being guided into a rhythm of peace that will magnetize solutions effortlessly. People will start reaching out with opportunities, unexpected support, or blessings disguised as coincidences. When this happens, don't say, "I can't believe it." Say, "Of course it came. I've been aligned with it." That statement affirms your readiness. The universe always mirrors your belief. You're not losing. You're learning. You're not behind. You are being refined. Every financial challenge you've faced was simply an invitation to deepen your trust and expand your capacity for miracles. The divine isn't late. It's precise. It's been preparing every detail behind the scenes so that when the relief comes, it lasts. Because this time, it's not a temporary rescue. It's a permanent restoration. Chosen one, understand this. Your life is not falling apart. It's falling into order. What felt like instability was the rearrangement before abundance. The divine is not fixing your problems in isolation. It's realigning your entire reality. Everything connected to your peace, purpose, and prosperity is being healed in sync. Take a moment right now. Breathe deeply. Feel the stillness in your chest. That peace you feel? That's the sign that provision is already on the way. When your soul is calm, your blessings can find you. Because the divine doesn't just fix problems, it fixes perception. And when perception shifts, everything else follows. Every financial weight you've carried has been a training ground for your spiritual strength. The divine never wastes pressure. It repurposes it. When you thought you were drowning, you were actually learning how to breathe differently, how to live in trust instead of tension. Every time you felt like giving up, something inside you whispered, "Not yet." That voice wasn't desperation, it was destiny, reminding you that this was never the end of your story. You see, chosen one, what's happening now is divine reordering. What once looked like loss is about to be revealed as setup. The divine has seen every moment you sat with worry, every time you opened that bill and your chest tightened, every prayer you whispered with trembling hands. None of that went unnoticed. Every tear has been recorded as evidence of your faith under fire. That's why the repayment coming your way will be more than just financial. It will be emotional, spiritual, and generational. Right now, the divine is sending assistance into your life, but not through the routes you expect. The help may not come through who you think it will, or when you think it should. It may arrive quietly, unexpectedly, wrapped in timing that seems inconvenient, but turns out to be perfect. Because divine provision doesn't move by your clock. It moves by your alignment. And now, your alignment is stronger than ever. You've shifted from asking in fear to expecting in faith. That's when miracles start to multiply. The moment you stop saying, "I hope something works out," and start declaring, "Everything is already working out for me," the energy around you transforms. The divine can only fill the spaces that faith opens. So when you choose calm, when you choose gratitude, when you choose trust, you create the atmosphere where solutions thrive. That's how God begins to fix what no logic could fix. Not through panic, but through peace. Sometimes the greatest miracle is not money appearing out of thin air, but the sudden arrival of understanding. The subtle nudge to make a call, send a message, or apply for something that shifts your whole path. The divine uses action as its instrument. That's why faith without movement feels incomplete, because the divine speaks through the steps you take. When you move, the universe moves with you. When you act, heaven amplifies it. So if you feel a gentle pull to organize, to release, to rearrange something, follow it. That's not coincidence. That's divine instruction. Sometimes clearing an old bill, forgiving a debt, or letting go of an unnecessary expense opens the space for a greater inflow. The universe rewards clarity. It rewards order. And right now, your order is being restored, within and around you. It's important to understand. When God fixes your problems, He doesn't always remove the circumstance. He repositions you within it. You may still see the same bills, the same numbers, the same world, but you will feel different. You will look at the same reality and sense peace where there used to be panic. That's when you know the shift is real. When your outer world hasn't changed yet, but your inner world no longer fears it. That's the sign that divine intervention is near completion. Because when fear is gone, manifestation is near. The divine only delivers when the vessel is steady enough to hold the blessing. And you, chosen one, have reached that point. You've cried, prayed, and learned. You've faced uncertainty and still chosen to believe. That faith has formed the foundation of your stability. You are no longer the same person who once worried over every number. You are being rebuilt in resilience. The divine will begin showing you how abundance works from a higher perspective. You'll see how energy creates opportunity, how gratitude multiplies, how generosity accelerates flow, how calm attracts clarity. You'll start noticing divine timing play out like clockwork. Payments you thought were lost will find their way back. Unexpected refunds, debt cancellations, or spontaneous support may start appearing. Each one will remind you that the universe remembers your obedience. And in those moments, you'll understand that miracles don't arrive to impress you. They arrive to confirm what you've already become. This is the vibration of relief, the calm after the storm. The divine doesn't want you to chase blessings. It wants you to embody the energy that calls them in. You're learning that abundance is not about earning more, but about aligning deeper. When you understand this, your perspective on bills and responsibilities will change forever. You'll stop saying, "I have to pay this," and start saying, "I am circulating abundance." Because money is not leaving you, it's moving through you. It's energy in motion, designed to flow, not to stay still. The divine is teaching you to view it as partnership, not punishment. Every exchange is sacred when done with gratitude. Chosen one, as you enter this new frequency, your financial story is being rewritten. You're no longer living from lack. You're living from overflow. What once felt like struggle is becoming rhythm. You'll start seeing opportunities that were invisible before. People will begin offering help, ideas, or collaboration. You'll feel drawn toward actions that generate peace and provision. And that's how God fixes problems, by turning panic into purpose and fear into flow. Understand this: your bills were never your enemy. They were mirrors, reflections of energy patterns waiting to be healed. The stress they caused showed you where you didn't yet trust the divine. But now, trust is replacing tension. Every time you breathe calmly in the face of pressure, you declare mastery over matter. You prove that you're no longer controlled by what's due, but guided by what's divine. When that shift happens, the universe takes note, because peace is proof that you're ready. Once your vibration stabilizes, resources rush to meet you. Everything you've been waiting for begins moving. Repayment, relief, recognition, all flowing at once. Not because you begged for it, but because you became it. That's the secret of the chosen. They stop asking for miracles and start embodying them. So don't worry about how it will happen. Just stay available for it. Keep your energy clear. Keep your gratitude alive. Keep your faith steady. The divine is orchestrating repayment through invisible networks, aligning people, systems, and opportunities to resolve what once overwhelmed you. Even now, something is being rearranged for your favor. You might not see it yet, but you'll feel it. That quiet sense that things are finally softening. That peace that whispers, "It's handled." That's not imagination, that's confirmation. Because when God fixes a problem, He first fixes your heart's reaction to it. The moment you stop fearing, the flow begins. You are stepping into divine economy, a reality where lack cannot survive. You'll soon look back at these days not with pain, but with gratitude. Because this was the season that taught you that nothing was ever missing, only misaligned. And now that alignment has been restored, so has your flow. This is the turning point. You're not waiting for provision anymore. Provision is waiting for you. You're entering a stage where your outer world starts to mirror your inner transformation. For a long time, the shift was invisible. You couldn't see the progress, but you could feel it. Deep beneath the surface, something was rewiring, reordering, and releasing. That was the divine working in silence, strengthening the foundation before placing new blessings upon it. Now, the silence is ending. The movement begins. This is the phase where faith turns into evidence. It's where what you believed in the dark begins showing up in the light. God doesn't want you to live your entire life waiting. He wants you to witness. And that's exactly what's about to happen. The witnessing of His faithfulness through your finances, your peace, and your purpose. What was once delayed will begin accelerating. A bill that felt impossible to pay will suddenly resolve in an unexpected way. A job, client, or opportunity you thought had slipped away will return with even better timing. Some of you will experience total cancellations, debts cleared, balances forgiven, old obligations removed. That's not coincidence. That's divine repayment in motion. But more than that, you'll notice something even more miraculous. Your mindset about money itself will begin to heal. The energy that used to surround finances, fear, shame, anxiety, will dissolve. You'll no longer view money as something that leaves you. You'll see it as something that flows through you. This is how the divine teaches abundance. By allowing you to experience both sides of it, so you can learn to remain steady no matter which side you stand on. You see, chosen one, your bills were never meant to break you. They were meant to build you. They taught you discipline, gratitude, and perspective. They showed you that provision is not about the size of what you receive, but the strength of what you believe. You were never being tested for punishment. You were being prepared for purpose. The divine is now activating your resource energy, your ability to create, attract, and expand. You'll find ideas coming to you effortlessly, as if whispered by unseen hands. You'll wake up with inspiration that feels urgent, guided, and unstoppable. That's the divine stirring your gifts, because your wealth doesn't just come from opportunities. It comes from obedience. Every idea is an assignment. When you act on divine ideas, you open doors that no system can shut. Don't underestimate the small nudges. The urge to organize your space, to declutter, to finish an old project, all of that is energetic preparation. The divine clears space before delivering miracles. Each small act of alignment makes you a stronger magnet for provision. Because money doesn't flow to chaos, it flows to clarity. You're learning to live from a higher vibration, where gratitude becomes your natural state. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It's an energy field that multiplies what you have. When you wake up each morning and say, "Thank you," you're not only acknowledging what's already there, you're preparing room for what's coming next. The divine recognizes that frequency and says, "More of this." Soon, you'll start to notice divine synchronicities all around you, repeating numbers like 144, 222, or 1111. People showing up at the exact right moment. Sudden opportunities aligning like puzzle pieces. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Every sign you receive is the divine whispering, it's unfolding exactly as planned. But to stay in flow, you must continue releasing fear. Fear is the only thing that can slow divine movement. Every time you feel anxiety creeping in, pause and remind yourself, God is fixing it, even now. Speak that truth out loud. The vibration of faith travels faster than the vibration of fear. Your words are not powerless. They are instructions to the universe. There will be moments when you're tempted to return to old thought patterns, to worry, to stress, to imagine worst-case scenarios. But now you know better. You've seen what worry produces, and you've felt what peace attracts. So choose peace every time. Because peace is not weakness. It's divine confirmation that you trust the process. The divine will start guiding you toward people, places, and opportunities that match your new vibration. You'll notice that certain conversations no longer resonate, that certain people feel distant. Don't chase old energy. Every person exiting your life is making space for someone aligned with your next chapter. This isn't rejection, it's redirection. The divine replaces what no longer serves you with what supports your rise. You are entering divine timing. Everything you've prayed for is being organized around you. The right people are being placed in position. The right doors are being unlocked. And the right blessings are being prepared. You won't need to force it. You'll simply recognize it when it appears. Because divine provision doesn't come with confusion, it comes with clarity. And when that moment arrives, when the blessing shows up, you'll know it's for you. It will feel familiar, peaceful, inevitable. You won't need to question it because it will carry the same energy as your prayers. That's how divine alignment works. Your vibration recognizes your miracle before your mind does. This phase of your journey is not about chasing stability. It's about becoming stability. You are not waiting for things to balance. You are becoming the balance itself. When your energy settles into peace, everything around you must align, because the external world can only reflect the internal one. That's why the divine is teaching you emotional mastery, so that abundance becomes your natural response, not your occasional experience. Remember this truth. The divine doesn't just want to pay your bills, it wants to teach you how to never feel powerless again. What's coming is not a quick rescue, it's a full transformation. You are stepping into a chapter of supernatural provision, where your needs are met before you even speak them, where solutions find you before you search for them. Your bills are already being handled, not just by logic or labor, but by divine design. And as that happens, your gratitude will turn into testimony. Others will look at your life and say, "How did they turn it around?" But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was alignment. It wasn't chance. It was faith. The divine is fixing your problems in ways your mind couldn't plan, through perfect timing, through inspired ideas, through invisible support. All you need to do is stay still enough to receive. Because the moment you release fear, the flow finds you. Your new reality begins now. Now that you've entered divine flow, you're no longer operating in the energy of panic. You're moving in the rhythm of provision. This is the moment when everything that once drained you begins to fuel you. The divine isn't just paying your bills, it's rewriting your relationship with responsibility itself. You're learning that obligation and opportunity are not opposites. They are mirrors. What once felt heavy now feels holy. Every demand is a reminder of divine trust, proof that the universe believes you can carry more, not because of pressure, but because of purpose. As this transformation deepens, you'll notice subtle yet profound shifts in your everyday reality. You'll start waking up with ideas, clarity, and confidence that weren't there before. The fear that used to greet you each morning will be replaced by a quiet knowing, the awareness that something is already working on your behalf. That's the sound of divine orchestration. The unseen is no longer silent. It's busy arranging everything in your favor. What you once called struggle is now revealing itself as strategy. Every delay, every obstacle, every detour had meaning. Those moments were refining your discernment, training you to hear divine instruction clearly. Now that you've mastered stillness, you're able to sense timing in a way others can't. You'll begin to feel when to act, when to wait, and when to release. That's divine intelligence moving through your spirit. You no longer make decisions out of desperation. You make them from direction. The divine is showing you how wealth truly works, not through constant striving, but through conscious allowing. You'll start seeing how your energy influences everything around you. When you hold gratitude, doors open. When you stay calm, solutions appear. When you trust, miracles accelerate. You are learning that faith is not passive, it's magnetic. You are now the frequency through which resources flow, not the one chasing after them. But here's the beauty. This overflow isn't just for you. The divine never blesses you in isolation. It blesses you in circulation. What's coming into your life is designed to move through you, not stop with you. That's why generosity feels so different now. You no longer give from fear of losing. You give from joy in sharing. You know that giving doesn't empty you. It expands you. The divine can only refill what it can flow through. You'll find yourself drawn to help others, even in simple ways, encouraging someone, supporting a friend, sharing wisdom from your journey. That's divine redistribution at work. Every time you speak life into another person, you multiply your own blessing. Every time you extend kindness, you activate divine reciprocity. That's how spiritual wealth compounds. It doesn't multiply through numbers, it multiplies through hearts. Soon, you'll begin to recognize yourself as a conduit of provision. You'll look back at your journey, the bills, the breakdowns, the sleepless nights, and realize they were all preparing you to lead from empathy. You can now understand others who are where you once were. Your compassion has become currency, your peace has become power, and the world around you begins to shift in response. You'll attract new people into your orbit, those who reflect your evolved energy. They'll carry a similar vibration of purpose and alignment. Together, you'll create new forms of abundance, collaborations, projects, and partnerships that serve something greater than self. These divine connections are not random, they are intentional. Each one is a mirror of your new frequency. You are no longer in relationships of survival, you're in relationships of expansion. This is how God fixes not only your problems, but your perspective on wealth. You now understand that wealth is not possession, it's perception. The true measure of abundance is not in what you hold, but in how you flow. You are wealthy because you can give without fear. You are wealthy because you can rest without worry. You are wealthy because you can trust without proof. That's the kind of abundance that cannot be stolen, because it's built into your being. There's a grace that comes when you finally realize this truth. You are sustained by source, not circumstance. Every physical provision is just a reflection of that eternal truth. So even when you receive, you won't cling. You'll circulate, because you know that what's meant for you cannot be lost. It can only evolve. The divine is now positioning you for overflow. You'll notice that blessings begin coming from unexpected channels. A message, a refund, a new connection, a sudden opportunity. These are signs of divine acceleration. The energy you once sent out in faith is now returning multiplied. You are reaping from the seeds you planted long ago when no one was watching. That's how divine repayment works. Quiet, consistent, complete. But here's the final stage. With every increase comes greater awareness. You'll be called to steward your abundance wisely. The divine isn't just blessing you to make you comfortable, it's blessing you to make you capable. You are being trusted with resources, influence, and responsibility. You're not only here to receive miracles, you're here to become one. So the next time a bill arrives, don't panic. Smile. See it as proof that you're trusted with more. Each one is a reminder that you are alive, active, expanding. Don't see them as demands. See them as divine confirmations that your flow is working, because the same energy that allows things to go out ensures that even more will come in. The divine economy is never about loss, only exchange. What goes out today is already returning multiplied tomorrow.